So we have got another signing for the Chicago Bulls. Derrick Jones Jr. has agreed to a 2-year deal of $6.6 million to return to the Bulls. And by the way, apologies for the audio. I am actually not using my microphone right now because I am not at home. But I actually like this signing. I think some people are going to be surprised by that, and I know that a lot of people were criticizing me for harping on the Andre Drummond signing. I think it's important for people to keep in mind that it's not Andre Drummond itself and that contract that is the problem. It is the missed opportunities that happened that led you to actually signing Andre Drummond to a cheap deal. I actually think Drummond at that rate is very reasonable. It's the way that the ownership is going about trying to duck the mid-level exception. Sorry, not the mid-level exception, but the actual tax line to be able to save on that money. That is my biggest issue. But as far as Derrick Jones Jr., he is the one free agent that I was hoping the Bulls were potentially going to re-sign. I didn't think that they would actually do it, and I think ultimately when it was pretty clear that Danilo Gallinari was not going to be signing with the Bulls, sounds like he's going to be going to the Boston Celtics, that was really their only option. And you kind of need it. You need an additional wing that gives you some defense, a guy that is super athletic, that provided a lot of energy to the Bulls when he was actually playing. I really do hope that Billy Donovan actually does include him into the rotation more than we saw last year. I think that his role is probably going to be a little more prominent, especially now when you don't have a guy like Troy Brown Jr., not that he was really getting much playing time anyway. You're going to need him to come and back up either Patrick Williams at the 4 or potentially DeMar DeRozan at the 3. He might even play some small ball 5, but probably unlikely now that the Bulls have Andre Drummond. What I will say is this, aside from Zach Lavine getting signed early this morning, which was needed and that's great for the team, the Bulls have brought in 2 additional players, Derrick Jones Jr., Andre Drummond. They needed to address rim protection and shooting. Neither of those guys really address either. I know that Andre Drummond, to an extent, is a decent shot blocker, not so much at this stage in his career, but he is not a rim protector. Neither is Derrick Jones Jr. So it leads me to believe that unless the Bulls really have nothing else up their sleeve, you would have to think that some sort of trade is in the works to ensure that they're improving upon rim protection, especially since Mark Eversley was very clear on that in his press conference after the draft, that the idea was that you're going to continue to pair along rim protectors with Vucevic. So far, that has not been done. And the Bulls really only have one additional roster spot with a little bit of room left on their mid-level exception before they actually hit the tax line. So I am curious to see what the Bulls are going to do. We'll obviously keep a close eye on it. I'll likely have the video out later this evening or tomorrow morning recapping everything that has happened, my thoughts on it, how it relates to the Bulls' overall salary cap. I don't have all the numbers right in front of me right now, so I can't speak to it with ease. But either way, I like this signing for the Bulls. Not ideal because it doesn't really address all of their needs, but there was something about Derrick Jones Jr. that I really liked in terms of the energy and tenacity that he brought to this team. And I think that the Bulls are going to need that going into this upcoming season. Let's just hope that this isn't the only move left to go, and we hopefully see some sort of trade or trades that actually happen throughout the offseason. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to share my quick thoughts on the matter. Let me know what you think in the comments on the Derrick Jones Jr. signing. As always, be sure to subscribe if you're a Bulls fan, as I do post daily Bulls content. Thanks again for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.